The rain poured heavily that day, as though the skies themselves were mourning. The tiny church echoed with the quiet sobs of neighbors and friends. A small coffin of white lilies sat at the front, and beside it, a fragile little girl of only 8 years old clutched the last photograph she had with her mother. Her name was Aisha. Her eyes were swollen from endless tears, but she refused to look away from the coffin, as if keeping her eyes fixed could somehow hold her mother here a little longer. Beside her stood a tall man, her stepfather, Malik. He had married Aisha's mother 2 years ago. From the beginning, he had never truly accepted the little girl. Where her mother had seen innocence, Malik only saw a burden. And now, with the mother gone, the only bond between them was broken. When the funeral ended, people slowly left, umbrellas shielding them from the storm. Aisha lingered, placing her tiny palm on the coffin. "I'll be good, Mama," she whispered through her tears. "I'll be strong, just like you said. Please don't leave me alone." But alone was exactly what she was about to become. As the crowd disappeared, Malik's face hardened. His voice, cold and sharp, cut through her grief. "Get up, we're leaving." Aisha obediently followed him to the car, her little hands trembling as she held onto her mother's old scarf. It was the last thing she had left of her. Back at the house, Malik's bitterness spilled out. "Listen, girl," he said harshly. "Your mother's gone, and I don't owe you anything. You're not my blood, you're just extra responsibility, and I'm done with that." Aisha's heart raced. She didn't understand. "But Mama said, your mama's not here anymore." He snapped. "Pack your things. You're leaving tonight." The words were like knives. She was only 8. Where could she go? The house that once smelled of her mother's cooking now felt like a prison about to cast her out. That night, Malik threw her small bag, barely filled with a few clothes and the scarf, onto the street. The door slammed shut behind her. The rain hadn't stopped. It soaked her hair, her clothes, her shoes, but the real cold was inside her chest. She sat on the steps, hugging her knees, her sobs swallowed by the storm. Hours passed. People walked by, some glanced, but no one stopped. Just when hope seemed to vanish, headlights swept across the street. A sleek black car pulled up. The window rolled down, and a man in his late 40s leaned out. His sharp suit and presence carried authority, but it was his eyes, warm and kind, that made Aisha look up. "Little one, why are you here in the rain? Where are your parents?" he asked gently. Her lips quivered. "Mama, she's gone. He doesn't want me anymore." She pointed weakly to the closed door behind her. The man's jaw tightened. He knew the cruelty of the world all too well. He stepped out of the car, removing his coat and wrapping it around her shivering frame. "No child should be left out like this," he murmured. "Come with me. You're safe now." His name was Imran Khan, not the politician, but a self-made millionaire who had built an empire from nothing. To the world, he was a symbol of success and wealth. But what few knew was that he, too, had once been abandoned as a child. Seeing Aisha broke something deep inside him, something he thought he had buried long ago. Aisha hesitated. "But, what if he gets angry?" Imran looked her straight in the eyes. "He has no right to you anymore. You deserve love, not rejection. Trust me." And so, her new life began. At first, Aisha found it hard to adjust. Imran's mansion was grand, filled with luxuries she had never seen. But she didn't care for chandeliers or golden staircases. She only wanted warmth, someone to hold her hand when nightmares came. For weeks, she cried at night, clutching her mother's scarf. Imran would sit by her bed, reading bedtime stories, sometimes until his voice grew hoarse. Slowly, she began to smile again. But challenges were not over. Society whispered, "Why is a millionaire keeping a random girl? What does she mean to him?" Even Imran's business partners questioned his decision. "She'll distract you. She'll drain you. She's not your child." Yet Imran stood firm. "She is my child now," he said proudly. Years passed. Aisha grew under his care, blossoming into a confident, intelligent young girl. Imran gave her the best education, but more than that, he gave her values, kindness, perseverance, and strength. He never let her forget her mother's memory. In her room, a portrait of her mother hung on the wall, framed with roses. Still, shadows of her past haunted her. At school, some children mocked her. "You're not his real daughter. He just felt sorry for you." Each word cut deep, reminding her of the night she was thrown out. Sometimes she asked Imran, "Why did you choose me? You could have helped anyone." Imran would smile softly, "Because I saw myself in you. I know the pain of being unwanted. And I promised myself, if I ever had the power, I would never let another child feel what I once felt. You were not a burden, Aisha. You were my blessing. The turning point came when Malik, her stepfather, reappeared years later. His life had spiraled into debt and ruin. Hearing that Aisha had grown into a bright teenager and was living with a millionaire, he came demanding money. She's my stepdaughter. You can't keep her from me. I have rights. Aisha's hands shook as memories rushed back. But this time, she was not the helpless little girl. Standing beside Imran, she faced Malik with newfound courage. You left me in the rain, she said firmly. You called me a burden. You don't get to call yourself my father now. Malik stammered, but Imran's voice silenced him. You gave up every right the night you abandoned her. Now leave, before I have you removed. For the first time, Aisha realized the power of standing tall, of speaking her truth. The man who once made her feel worthless now looked small before her. Years later, Aisha fulfilled her dream of becoming a doctor. She dedicated her life to helping orphans and abandoned children, opening a foundation in her mother's name, with Imran's support. At the opening ceremony, she spoke with tears in her eyes. My life began in pain. I lost my mother, and I thought I lost the world. But then, a stranger, who became my father, showed me that family is not always about blood. It's about love, kindness, and choosing to stand by someone when no one else will. To every child who feels alone, remember this: you are not unwanted. You are not forgotten. You are someone's blessing waiting to be found. The crowd rose to their feet in applause. Imran, standing proudly in the front row, wiped a tear from his eyes. Aisha's journey had come full circle. From the little girl abandoned in the rain to the woman saving lives, her story became a beacon of hope. And deep inside, she knew, her mother was smiling down on her, proud that her little girl had turned her pain into light. Final call to action for narration. If this story touched your heart, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your words matter, and your kindness can inspire others too. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Be Kind Always, where we bring you more stories of courage, hope, and humanity. Together, let's spread kindness everywhere.